Hi, everybody. This happened last week. My brother Andrew, he's a couple years younger than me. I'm 29, he's 20, I want to say 27. He's a teacher. He teaches like a daycare type of thing, Monday through Friday. And from 9 a.m. to noon, he has a break. On the side, he sells vintage clothes on eBay. So from that, in a 3-hour span, he goes to the thrift stores in the area. He works in Harrisburg. So he goes to Goodwill, he goes to Salvation, and he gets some stuff, puts it in the car, takes pictures, sells it, and that's his life. So this was a particular day. I enjoy thrift shopping too. So we went to my wife and I went to the Salvation Army in Harrisburg, and lo and behold, we run into my brother. And he's looking at the value of some like Louis Vuitton clutch or something, trying to flip it for whatever profit. So I said, "Hey, Andrew," and he said, "Hey, Christian, what's going on?" And I said, "Nothing. How about you?" "Nothing. Why don't you come to the house and we can grab a snack?" I love snacks. So sure, yeah, let's go get a snack. So I left my wife there. We got in his car. What's everybody laughing at? So we hop in his car, get on the highway, get onto the exit ramp, and as soon as we hit the highway, police sirens behind us. And my brother turns to me and says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, the car's not registered." Now, I've never been pulled over before. I never had a ticket, never had an accident. I get free roadside from Progressive. I'm the fucking man. So I have no experience, very little experience talking to cops during a traffic stop. So we pull over to the side, and the cop comes to my side because of the traffic. He's not really interested in talking to me. I roll my window down, and he kind of leans, and cops have this way of talking, kind of loud and patronizing, but sort of friendly. "How you doing today?" And he looks at my brother, "Oh, we're doing good. How are you?" He goes, "Good, good. You know, your car's not registered." He said, "No." And Andrew said, "Oh, really?" "I didn't know that." He said, "Yeah, why don't you go ahead and give me if you have a copy of the registration and your license, insurance, and all that." So I pop open the glove compartment for him, hand it to the cop. And the cop says, "It looks like the car was registered in Connecticut." Now, we're from Connecticut originally. And I was nervous. So I don't know why I did this. The cop said, "Are you from Connecticut?" And I'm thinking he means, "Are you driving from Connecticut?" Which you're not. So the cop said, "Are you from Connecticut?" And I went, "No." And my brother looks at me and goes, and my brother says, "Come on, Christian, tell him everything." And I got mad. I said, "What the hell do you want to know? I was at the thrift store, I saw my brother, I wanted a snack, I got in his car, and now I'm on the damn side of the highway, there's a cop right close to my face, looks like I'm gonna kiss him." Probably should have kissed him, wouldn't have gotten out of this whole thing. If I had turned, we would have been that close. What the hell else does anybody want to know? So the cop goes, "Okay," and leaves. "Stay in your car. I'll be right back." So my brother's watching the rear view as the cop is walking back to the car. As soon as the cop gets back to the car, he looks at me and says, "I'm never getting pulled over with you again." And I said, "You're never getting pulled over with me again. What am I doing?" He said, "You're making me look like a sketch ball." And I said, "I'm making you look like a sketch ball. You're wearing a bucket hat. You're wearing a flannel shirt, this big ass beard. You look like you fucking make your own cough drops. You're driving with a car full of unmarked parcels like a fucking sharecropper carpetbagger, and I'm making you look like a sketch ball." And I realized that while I'm talking, I'm pointing at him like this. And my brother goes, "Put your fucking hand down." "I'm sorry, I'm nervous. Just be a person. Just be a person." And I go, "I'll try. I'll try to be a person." So the cop comes back and he leans on the window again. He goes, "Seems like you got a lot of bags and stuff back there. Anything illegal?" And which is a fair question because it's all unmarked cardboard boxes and black plastic bags. So if I was a cop, I would have said, "You have a lot of stuff back there. Do you smoke heroin?" "Yeah, smoke heroin. I don't know a lot about drugs." Anyway, So he said, my brother started explaining, and he said, no, I work at a daycare center, and from 9 to 12 I have a break, and during that break I go out and shop, and I put the things that I find at the thrift store on my website, and that's what I do to make money on the side. And me said, okay, let me try to be helpful. I go, yeah, his store is called The Wash. It's The Wash Vintage on Instagram. He called it The Wash because he wanted it to, at first it was gonna be a laundromat. God looks at me. Brother's looking at me. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing with all those clothes. So cop goes, okay, and hang out, we're still processing your stuff, it'll just be a second. So the cop goes back to the car again. And my brother's nervous, he's breathing a little heavy, he has asthma. And he very rarely has his pump, sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. And I see he's nervous, I go, Andrew, give me your hand. And Andrew takes my hand, and he goes, wait a second, no, get away from me. I go, what's wrong? He said, Christian, do not put your open hand over the center console in my open hand while there's a cop behind us. Please don't do that. I guess I have no idea what to do in front of a cop. So eventually the cop comes back, and he gives my brother a citation for not having the car registered. And he's nice about it. He gives him a citation for it being registered out of state as opposed to unregistered, which was, I mean, I'll tell you how much it was. It was $148. Whatever. So the cop says, oh, one more thing, by the way, before I go. I'm a new officer, and my supervisor is going to want to hear from a lot of people that I've pulled over and hear how their experience was. Did you know there's a Yelp for cops now? So he says, is there a number I can text you so I can send you a link to a survey? I said, absolutely not. This service was terrible. You pulled us over. If you were cool, I might have gotten 4 stars. So I give him the number anyway, and we pull away. And I don't know why I said this, but I said, I'm just going to come out and say it, Andrew. You're a crumb bum. And Andrew's response was, don't take my word, I invented that word. And I said, I can't believe you put me in an unregistered car. You're at work. How could you drive an unregistered car as you're at work? You're walking such a fine line. Holy shit, that's the story. And Andrew said, what? I said, nothing. Thank you.